All right. Is this working? I don't see anyone. Oh, there we go. We're getting some viewers now. Yeah, it's Orca time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that boy. Damn. Woo! All right. Well, good to see everyone. Oh yeah. All right. Let me get some background music. All right. Let me see here. Get a nice. There you go. Darth Maul. Oh, this ain't it, Chief. We need some nice music. D&D. Trying to find it. We'll go with this one. All right. Hello to the chat. What up, everyone? What up? We got some 5 viewers here. Quiet. It's quiet, but not too quiet. Hope y'all like the I hope y'all like the recent video that the new Tenebris video. I've been working on that a while. Um, I finally decided to release it this week. So let me see. We'll do. Hold on, I'm looking for music. Uh, this one. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? So this is a sudden stream. I wasn't really, expecting the stream this morning. Um, but we got some big things, big announcements. Uh, just just shit coming out of nowhere, and I have to talk about it. Uh, Plus, we have a new channel goal, and hopefully, the people tuning in will. Uh, you'll probably learn about this too, but if you if you've seen the if you've seen the thumbnail, you probably know I'm going to be talking about some conventions coming up. But this is very important. This is very important. I can't. This is something that I have to do, and it. This is if I have a goal. We'll get to that goal as soon as the chat becomes more active. So start typing away. I'm not revealing my secrets till we have followers, listeners. But we have like epic proportions of just awesomeness coming up, and the Plagueis team is excited. This is Plagueis related, so um, hello Sobek, how you doing? Um, this is this is actually a rare opportunity that we have to capitalize, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. I found out today because someone sent me, hey, you gotta hear about this. This is gonna happen. I was like, what? I have to talk about this. But again, if you guys have not seen it, we have a new short film, The Tenebrous Way, based on a short story by Matthew Stover. It's not fully to the text, but it is a nice little DLC to the Plagueis episode 1 and 2. So if you love, this is a great story in its own right, and it's kind of fucked up in a way. So if you guys have not seen it, check it out. Oh, thank you, Rossi. Oh, we got some members. Thank you, Rossi. Oh, they good to see. Good to see. We got some new members. You guys should thank Rossi for those memberships. Man, generous man. Dude, fine. I have a question. Are you enjoying making Plagueis or I have already said on stream, and a lot of people don't like my take. I'm not a fan of Darth Bane. I just don't vibe. I didn't even like making the short film. It's just he's not my type of like Sith. I only made that video out of obligation because I wanted to add more to the. Darth Bane is kind of just a difficult thing. It's like I feel like Darth Bane, like KOTOR, equate. KOTOR has its different feeling, you know. It's like its own. With Darth Bane though, Darth Bane feels like something out of Halo compared to other Star Wars stuff, even KOTOR. And that's kind of where like I don't get the vibe. I get like weird. I know some people are like, how you like equating that to Halo of all things. So, morning, Rossi. But thank y'all. Thank you for the membership, Rossi. Rossi, I hope to meet you. We're gonna talk about it, but we're about to talk about the things of epic proportions. But but here's but we need let's just get into it. So there's a new convention coming out that's kind of not controversial. Legends Con. So the expanded universe has had a difficulty doing conventions of lately, and I mean, it's pretty much just kind of a bloodbath of like, well, let me see if I can get a better banner. It's like so low quality. All right, I think I found it. But I'm trying to. Is this it? This is a big announcement, and I know like some people are kind of like not. This is big. I'm telling you, this is big. All right, so some people have mixed feelings about Legends Expo. Now, a group of people I know from the Star Wars EU Discord, they've been working on the New Jedi Order. Let me see, New Jedi Order documentary, which I also will praise is very informative and stuff, and they've been connecting with the authors. Dude, your podcast is so phenomenal. Such a name. Yep, it's the Orca podcast. We said some racy things last night. We had to hide that Discord. We had to hide that. If people were wondering what happened to the stream, we hid it because it kind of had some racy things on there, and we were kind of joking a little too hard about some stuff. But the next one, I won't. We'll try to be more courteous, and especially when we do the open panel streams. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed the membership, Steve Punch. Sobek says most people are arguing between loving Legends and canon. What do you think about Legends as canon? People can like what they like, but I think, and people can gatekeep, but I don't think people should embrace canon. Or I don't think people should embrace like. I think canon is so in a bad place right now. I would not like. I think people like praising it high to hell and like. I think there's shills and then there's people that like the EU and respect it. Personally, I like the EU more, but that's just me. If it's more in line with what Lucas was going for. But as I was saying, this is a very important. They got so there's a very when it comes to me, like a guy that respects like EU books and stuff, and like a lover of literature. There's a lot of respected authors right there that I think are goats as much as the actors in the Star Wars films or George Lucas himself. I mean, there's Matthew Stover, Timothy Zahn, who I've met Timothy Zahn twice. And then of course uh, of course I met actors like I met Wedge Antilles' actor and his wife. They were very nice and courteous, and I've met the legendary what's his name? Forgot. I can't believe General Veers from Empire Strikes Back. I'm trying to Julian Glover. Julian Glover. I met him at a bar. Uh, Yeah, sometimes the storytelling can suck. So that's why people argue because people are either disappointed with the quality or some people don't want to admit there's issues with the material. That's why a lot of the canon just falls down on bad writing and people just not respecting the original source writing basically. But uh but the big announcement is that the guys that worked on this documentary, they got someone who barely makes any Comic Con appearances. And this is what makes this Comic Con special, because I didn't even know about this till this week. Yo, what up, Marvel Pierce? And I know this convention has some controversies to it. Legends Con 2 should have happened. The people running Legends Con 2, I don't know. I mean, there's people saying that Legends Expo sabotaged it, or Legends Con 2 sabotaged themselves with bad communication, blah blah blah. Let's putting that aside. I had no initially I had no interest to going to this thing. But the thing with this is that it's just a flight away. I've been on flights before. I flew to Nashville, but this is pretty close, and I've always like said about going down to California for a weekend. They got someone very important to the channel that I have to meet. I have to meet, and I invited some of the people who worked on Plagueis to come. Uh, we could get some of the voice actors to come to meet. We're all gonna go to this damn convention to go meet this one person, and I want to talk to him for like an hour. I want to hopefully he makes some time and we can talk about. I want hell. We should have like a whole panel with him to talk in depth about his writing because I cannot believe how they fucking got him to go. Uh, apparently, well, like the Star Wars EU, the Star Wars EU group, they asked. He had been interviewed for the New Jedi Order. He had been interviewed for the New Jedi Order, and they had apparently reached out to him to ask if he would want to go. And he doesn't usually do Comic Con appearances. He did the last one in 2015. But he decided, he got back to them, and this was probably his answer. So he's going to be there. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm going to bring it up now. The GOAT is going to be there. The man. He went to. No, he wasn't in No, he wasn't in Legends Con 1. He hasn't been at a con since. They said he was at a Long Valley convention, but no, he wasn't at the first. I don't think he was at the first, unless it was a special. Like, I don't remember him being advertised. But the man is going to be the man who has grown this channel. You know, James Lucino is gonna be at Legends Expo. To me, like, as a fan of Star Wars and EU, this is like, he's on the same level as George Lucas. This is the greatest, one of the greatest like authors of Star Wars ever, and he's gonna be the man who helped build, like, he built this channel with the Plagueis. I'm gonna give him props. He's the one. His source material and people's love for the source material is the reason why this channel has grown. Besides, there's some other stuff that has grown this channel too, but I would say, in particular, the love for his source material has been a factor in the growth of the channel for the past year, and it's become. He's going, and this convention's going to be in September. And I don't care about any controversies. If the convention's still going to happen, and I hope it doesn't, like, Matt Wilkins had, like, thought it may not even go off. But, by God, I'm hoping to go anyways. Because I really want to see James Lucino. Oh yeah, hit him up, Marvel Pierce. I see you posting all of them. He did a lot more. He wrote. This was the alter ego. I feel like this author is the closest to the alter ego. As Marvel Pierce said, he was the runner of NJO. He wrote Plagueis. You know, he wrote Cloak of Deception. He wrote Dark Lord, Labyrinth of Evil. He wrote, you know, this guy is the backbone of the Star Wars literature in the prequel era, in my opinion, and some of the New Jedi Order. And he rarely makes Comic-Con appearances, so this is like seeing it's not like on par with seeing Bigfoot, but it's basically the equivalent of, if you know it, there's a rare. It's just I'm fawning over the idea because I had never thought about going to see, like, just to see this guy. Granted, there's some other great authors gonna be there, and maybe even more. I'm hoping. Personally, I'm hoping that they get Matthew Stover to come back. Although I hope he's not jaded after the whole Legends Con 2 stuff, because he was supposed to be there. That this, he was actually at an purist. He was at a convention. He's starting to do conventions again because he was at an anime convention of all things a couple months ago. So, but granted, I don't think we would go to an anime convention to go see James Lucino. This is more in line to what he would be at. But this is the guy that I want to really go see, and but that ain't just it for James Lucino, because I mean, we're gonna give him the red carpet. I've asked the Plagueis cast if some of them want to travel to this if they would consider traveling to this convention, and hopefully we can arrange that. But I also want a signed copy of Plagueis. Obviously, I was so jaded when they did the limited. Listen, I hate Disney so much. I didn't even know they were doing limited edition signed copies, hardcover copies, until it was already everyone bought their copy of Plagueis. Darth Urbex, you know, he got me the Black Series figure. Thank you. If you're listening, Urbex, you're an awesome bro. I have that in my storage somewhere. Uh, I like to keep my collectibles in a safe space, basically. But one of the I was like so upset that that they did signed copies without like really telling people till it was too late, or else I would have bought one. So, fuck you, Disney, for doing that shit. I get my own signed copy here. I don't know if a mod snake. Oh yeah, you see. Okay. Hold on, I'm reading the chat here. All right, that's between you and Rossi. Kevin J. Anderson. Yeah, Kevin J. Anderson's a goat too. He was supposed to be at Legends Con 2, but that got canceled. Hopefully this doesn't get canceled. So, man, wouldn't it suck if this convention pulled a fucking rag under us and they canceled again? They would lose all respect. I mean, that would be it for any expanded universe conventions if this does the same thing as Legends Con. I'm hoping it doesn't. Um, I'm gonna since this is I mean this is an easy thing to go to for me at least because I could just fly there and hang. It's only a weekend. Obviously, I would like an extra 2 days there since it's LA. I want to go to LA Strip. You know, I might go. You know, go. I haven't been to Disneyland in years, and I don't really think I would want to go to Disneyland. I would really just go there for the memories, not to just consume Disney shit. I mean, when you're a kid, you might. When you're a kid and you grew up, you would like to see. But I hear like Disney. I mean, it's not like I hear it's just not fun with the new system they have at Disneyland. Going to Disneyland as a kid was a dream, but I don't think I'll probably go to Universal though. Yeah, would that sound fun, guys? If we go to Universal Studios. Other than that, this is the big one. The other authors, not to throw. Let's look at the other. Right now, they have. Let's see here. They're advertising him as the big one that's going to be there. And then we have Steve Barnes, fan relations of Lucasfilm. He worked on Empire Strikes Back. We got Barbara Humbly. She worked on Tales from Jabba's Palace. Abel Pina. He worked on the Star Wars website. Gabriel Hardman worked on Star Wars Legacy. Steve Barnes, he worked on The Cestus Deception. And then we got Sean Stewart, who worked on Yoda Darth Rendezvous. And then I'm hoping they get Matthew Stover and Shannon McRandall back. Because I think those two deserve their spotlight. Maybe Kevin J. Anderson. Go roller coaster. I'm not a roller coaster guy, man. But I always wanted to go Universal. I'm so pissed they changed Jurassic Park to Jurassic World. As a kid, I always wanted to go Jurassic Park the ride. I still love Jurassic Park. It's my favorite movie of all time, and I fucking hate Universal for gutting it out for Jurassic World shit. You know, no one gives it. But still, I would rather go to Universal because Universal just is more appealing to me. I don't think my fat ass would fit on the Harry Potter ride. They won't allow Shannon McRandall? Oh, that's fucked up. Hope Drew K is there too. Well, Purist, maybe they'll come to understanding. But from what you say, I'm not like a. Oh, you from SoCal? Uh, I mean, I also asked my friend Cash Money from the Phantom Hooligans if he wanted to go because he lives in the area too, Burbank. Yeah, I always say we would meet sometime, and I think this is the way to do it. I was supposed to go to Legends Con too. I'm sorry, AC Big. I know Legends Con too. People saying it's Legends Expo. Legends Con 2, maybe there was more problems under the scene, or maybe there was deeper issues. You don't know. That one seemed very organized until the last minute. Oh, sorry, we don't have enough tickets. Uh, Also, I think more people could have helped promote that convention. I think I was disappointed because I saw a lot of people promoting it from, but it still needed that push. It needed, and I don't think, particularly one. I just think a lot of the people needed to push it more. This is disappointing. Who do you think is a good actor for Darth Nihilus? Well, he wears a mask. I don't know. Um, Before he died, I would have said Tony Todd, because it'd be a voice role. You'd need someone. How about Christopher? The guy from Stargate, Christopher or God, Kratos. I think he would be a good. I think he'd be pretty good. But yeah, I always thought of Tony Todd before he passed away as the ideal version of play a live action Nihilus. He's got the voice that I think would fit. Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be cool. I don't. Yeah, I for this Legends Expo, I had like thought of what convention to go to this year, and I had eventually initially I was thinking of going to ICC Con. I decided against that. I was thinking of going to Legends Con too. I think that was on too short notice to go. And then uh, I usually go to, of course, I go to my Washington State Summer Con, which is an awesome con, and everyone's invited to go hang out. If anyone wants to go to the Summer Con, I'll help them arrange stuff to go because that's a great convention and it's also on a fairground. So it's basically like going to the fair, but it's you meet all these wonderful actors. Last Summer Con was hectic. I mean, we had Star Wars, Star Trek. I met some voice actors that I liked a lot, and then I met some voice actors that I thought were gonna be cool. Or I met one voice actor who I thought was gonna be cool, but he kind of was. He came across as a dick. Uh, yeah, but that's pretty much what I would do. Is don't meet like someone, meet them on the very first day. Like try to just meet them on the very first day when they're freshened, and don't meet them when they're tired and burnt out and high as hell. Because they'll just snap at you for no god reason. Yeah, this is a great con to go to, but I'm thinking about going to this one because James Lucino is going to be there. Now, if James Lucino was going to the Summer Con, that would be a different story. But he, so far, I don't think he isn't. So no, no, people should deserve to get their. People should deserve. People deserved to get. It was pretty saddening. I just think that's, you know. Let me see here. Let me see. How would you have made Legends Indiana Jones 5? I didn't mind Indiana Jones 5. I know some people like, how could you say that? Yeah. Here, here's the thing. Indiana Jones 5 suffered from a few things. I think the premise of the movie isn't that bad. Like the whole time thing with the wheel. And the villain is pretty decent. Here's the thing I would have done with Indiana Jones 5. I really would have cut out. I would have cut out Luffy Boy and the the sidekick daughter. I really would have. There was all right. There's a plot. This is stupid because I don't know if they cut this out. I had thought there was a plot point with the wheel and in the beginning with the train that I thought that the villain I thought that the villain that he died on the train, but he was in an infinite time loop that he was trying to break or something, and that was the plot twist that Indiana Jones killed him, and he was trying to get. He went back in time, got himself killed. He went back in time, got himself killed, and that's pretty much his fate. To get killed by Indiana Jones over and over again. That would have been an interesting plot line, but no, they went with this. The movie. All right, the problem with Indiana Jones 5 is I don't think it's bad, but it's really mediocre, and they really for one Harrison Ford's a little too old to play Indiana Jones. Had they done what they did in the first 20 minutes for the whole movie, where you could have old Indiana Jones, but what if he goes back in time and then you have younger Indiana Jones? I mean, deep fake and all. Uh, he's hopping back and forth, or he's like watching himself to try to get this goddamn dial. I thought that would have been interesting. The sidekick in the movie sucked. I thought she was going to be interesting, but she was just another girl boss figures. And then I think the whole plot line of them going to Rome was boring. Antonio Banderas was just there in the movie. I mean, that movie had a lot of issues, but I don't think it was like a soft. It wasn't a bad. It was just a mediocre. I enjoyed Indiana Jones 4 more, and I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, he had aliens." It goes against the ethos of Indiana Jones. I like that movie. I don't care what you say. The only bad part in that movie was the fucking flying monkeys, or the monkeys with Shia LaBeouf. That's the only movie in the movie I can't defend. It's the one with the monkeys. I thought that was stupid as hell. But Indiana Jones 5, it could have been better. I mean, they had ideas there, especially with the villain. He could have been in an infinite time loop, like he's trying to kill Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones has to save himself to go back in time to stop this Nazi from bringing back the Third Reich. I mean, you had so many ideas there. And you didn't even need to make use of old Indiana Jones plot. They fucked that over. It's just once he leaves New York, the biggest issue is the movie is kind of boring. It's not bad, boring. It's just boring. When you have a boring Indiana Jones movie, that's the issue I had. And but I still give the movie like a 6. Maybe a 5.5. It's still over the line, but it's not a good movie by any margin. Hello. Smash the like button. I think they need to end it. They did end it. Oh, I did like the ending. I did. I thought the ending was sudden, but I did like the ending with him and Marion. I had thought that he was gonna like just go off into the sunset with Marion, but no. What they did was kind of just sudden, but it worked still. I don't know. The real Indiana Jones trilogy is 1 to 3. Indiana Jones 4 by itself is a good movie. I like it. Indiana Jones 5 is kind of just there. It's kind of like DLC you didn't ask for, but you play it anyway. Uh, but it's not good DLC. Also, check out the new Jedi Order documentary. Very good and insightful. I'll tell people this again. I'm not a big fan of the Yu Zhang Vong, but I know a lot of people are. So I hate the Yu Zhang Vong so much. I know it was a coordinated effort, but I thought those the low points of the EU. I tend to go past Return of the Jedi, it's either Return of it's either the Dark Empire, which I'm not a big fan of either, but I like it more than Yu Zhang Vong. Hair of the Empire, all of those little tidbits, and then it's the Darth Caedus stuff. I tend to skip over the Yu Zhang Vong. Do Hello there, Steph. I didn't see your message till now. How you doing? Well, that's kind of my announcement. I'm going to go see James Lucino. We're gonna do a Legends Con meetup, possibly. Uh, I will probably make. I'll possibly. It's like I might have to crowdfund this one. If people really want to meet me. Oh, wait. Hold on. We're not done yet. Oh, we have a goal to do with James Lucino in particular. Um, what we're gonna do is quite simply we're gonna give him a gift, and it's not a big gift, but it's something I want him to take home, if he'll accept it, and if he'll be grateful for enough for it. Um, I hope I you know we are going to give him the complete DVD set of the Darth Plagueis trilogy. And yes, we're gonna try to finish episode 3 before this convention. Uh, I'm I want him to. I don't. You know what would be cool is if we had a watch party of the first Plagueis movie, and maybe he could do like a Q&A about the book. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? We had an actual watch party of like an EU film. I mean, in like a meeting room, that would be so bonkers, man. Or or hell, episode Plagueis episode 3 gets a watch party. That would be like a cinematic achievement. I don't know how many people would want to tune in for that, but would you guys want to sit and actually watch this in like a theater environment? I mean, a meeting room. It would be a meeting room at the Marriott, but it'd be awesome, wouldn't it? What's your favorite storyline in Legends post Empire? Hair of the Empire. I think there's another one. Yeah, I think it's Hair of the Empire, definitely. And obviously, my favorite, my favorite, blah, 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 blah. My favorite prequel book is Plagueis followed by Labyrinth of Evil. But yeah, that's the big goal. We're gonna try to give play it. We're gonna try to give Lucino the complete Plagueis set, and it's gonna be his. He's gonna have his. The fan movie is gonna belong to him. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be to him, and I'm basically gonna sign. I'm gonna sign it for him. So, uh, I I I would hope he accepts it, but I'll have to make like a DVD box and stuff. But it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Uh, and maybe we could and yeah, we could talk about, we could, if we get a group together, we could talk about maybe having the third episode of Plagueis live stream too, with the cast, and how I would do a Q&A on how we worked on it and basically stuff. It wouldn't be a long Q&A. It's kind of simple to talk about how we did Plagueis. I've talked about Plagueis so many times in our Q&A stuff, but um, the um, other stuff that we will the other stuff that I'll probably I wonder if I could get my own kiosk. I wonder if I could get my own. Maybe we could set that up. I went like, I'm not there as like one of the authors, but I'd be like, I would like to connect with some people and stuff, and I've seen some podcasters get some kiosks at some of these cons, and I think that would be cool if we got like our group together and then had our own kiosk, and then I'd have like a banner. Obviously, I would have to put in work for that, but yeah. What do you guys think? Would you want to see Everest, the Orca Man, get his own kiosk? Yep, sell my give out papers, give out copies of Plagueis. I would never sell the Plagueis movie. The Plagueis movie is for free for all, and if you get it from me, I'm gonna sign it to you and just give you this box. Obviously, it'd be a limited quantity. Let's say I'll have to pay for like 50 boxes, obviously, but yeah, we could arrange that. I know some people like they put stuff on USB drives too, but do I want to buy USB drives? Or you could direct them to the YouTube channel. So I've already talked about Plagueis episode 3. We got a new look at Darth Maul. Ain't he awesome? This is made by Omega, but he's doing a new model he's doing a new version of he's working on a new version of Maul, so we're gonna see what he cooks up. But this is gonna be similar to what he did, based on Ray Park himself, the face and all. Also, we are working on a new Plagueis build. Plagueis, as you know, is kind of retired in episode 3, so he's kind of just chilling on Coruscant. So he looks regal. He kind of looks regal when he's talking with Mr. Palpatine. And then I've already shown some previews. I'll show it again. Where'd it go? Here's some work on Palpatine. This is not the head mesh we're using. It's pretty shitty. Pretty shitty head. So I'm trying to find. It's something. This is his head right now. So we're gonna do work with the. We're gonna work on the hair, the face, the texture. We're gonna make him look like Ian McDiarmid. Oh, we got another. Oh man, we got another. Oh, SWA. Man, you hopping in. Oh, thank you for the memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone, you get a membership, and you get a membership, and you. Get... Thank you guys. Big support, big love. Now, my only hope is that this con does not cancel like Legends Con 2. It'd be real fucked up. Once again, another con just kind of fucks things over. Especially when you get James Lucino. I mean, he barely goes to conventions nowadays. Uh, I hope just nothing happens so this all goes well and we'll organize this meetup. Um, I'll also do a day where we hang out and just go down. I told the purist that I kind of want to go. I haven't been in LA since 06, 2006 when I was a kid. So I kind of just want to go down and look around again. Uh, Obviously, this would always be obligatory if I go to LA. So I have to go look around LA. Hell, I mean, hold on, hold on. I'm curious. Oh, it's a little ways. I would say, I wish we would go to like Skywalker Ranch. I mean, it's a ways, but and then they don't let people on the property. But I would all. That's another thing I would love to go to Skywalker Ranch. Never gonna happen, obviously, but shouldn't it be called Wedgens. The Wedgens Expo. The Wedgens. Not. Uh, I know they can't call it EU Con or Expanded Con. They gotta call it Wedgens Con. Wedgens. But yep, that's the goat. We have the goat here and whatnot. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Daniel's right. I don't like that either about the Yuzhong Fong. It invalidates a lot of what Palpatine was. Palpatine was doing something because of a bigger threat. I don't buy that. I don't like that. I mean, he tried to resurrect himself in Dark Empire. Well, other than oh, we could debate all this like expanded universe stuff. Again, once again, Legends Con. I'm gonna say I'm going to Legends Expo. Hopefully gonna meet people there. James Lucino's gonna be there. Just it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens. Where's some places y'all would want to go if we went to studio tours? I wouldn't mind going to like Warner Brothers. I know Warner Brothers has a studio tour. Universal has a studio tour. I wanna go on a studio tour where I look around. I want to get the experience of LA because I love LA. I love Tinseltown. It's something we're gonna have to look into. Legends Con. Legends. Palpatine's not a good guy. He's evil. I understand. Did you guys check out our did I guys show off the new Thrawn? I made it. We had an EU Thrawn here. I'm trying to show. Wow, you guys are going hard about that whole Yu Zhang Vong thing. As I said, I don't care for the Yu Zhang Vong. I never really did. So, I think I agree with Daniel on a lot of things. That's my issue. Not everything, like everything. A lot of things in the EU is great, but there's some stuff that I even say people say, well, everything in the EU is great. No, no, no. The crystal star exists, and that can. The crystal star exists. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not the dog on your parade, but the crystal star exists. Um, Here's a look at Thrawn. I haven't started working. We haven't started doing any Thrawn projects yet, but we're gonna use him. He looks badass with his pauldrons and stuff. Kind of a mix of the original actor and a new portrayal. We also have a canon, a Disney version of him with the eyes. This is for plebs that want to use him for like Ahsoka, or I shouldn't call plebs because I'm letting people borrow the model for some things, but obviously, I prefer the EU look with the red eyes. So he's badass with those red eyes, man. True Thrawn, right here. His little buddy there on his shoulder. Waiting for Plagueis episode 3. Well, you're gonna be waiting a while there, buddy. I haven't even started working on that. But we are. I am gonna work. It's gonna come out before September. That's all I can say. What about Abeloth? Maybe in the future. I'm not thinking of. I don't have a lot. With like the Thrawn video or the Tenebris video. The Tenebris video is kind of just something I worked off and on, and I finally decided to finish it. Uh, I I decided to finish it today, so. Yeah, poor Tenebris. Bro's stuck in a limbo. Yeah. The Abeloth should be the final boss at Star Wars. I guess so. I mean, Abeloth. The only one to defeat Abeloth is Luke Skywalker. Luke. If they bring Abeloth, they're gonna bring Abeloth in the canon in Ajoka, and then Ajoka is gonna be the one. If Ajoka kills Abeloth instead of Luke Skywalker, I'm gonna call bullshit. Like, just once again, like Ajoka. I hate Ajoka. You cannot change Luke. Luke is the person that will save the galaxy anytime. If you need a Jedi, you get Luke Skywalker. If you need to stop a villain, you need to get Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is the only one that can defeat Abeloth, and you cannot change my mind. Abeloth's story is overrated. Definitely the weakest of the three large. Yeah, yeah. Takes way too long for that story to get going. Oh yeah, is that the tale? Yeah, is that like the book series with Abeloff in it? Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. We did start working on a video based on George Lucas sequel trilogy. Um, I saw another one saying, "Well, George Lucas would have Luke train Finn in his sequel trilogy," and a lot of people don't realize that Rey is actually George Lucas's idea. She was just called Kira, and there was never anything where it indicated that he was going to train Finn. So a lot of people think they're big brained on that. Yeah, Kira Ray. Ray was George Lucas's idea. They just butcheredized that idea. What made her a Mary Sue. I think George Lucas would have made an awesome young character. His Ray or whatever, Kira, as she was called in the original outline. And I think she would also have been Luke's apprentice. I think that was always George Lucas' intention. I don't get this idea where Luke would train Finn. Was Finn even created in the outline? I mean, I need to go back. I don't remember. A lot of people will hate this. A lot of the ideas in the Last Jedi was from was from George Lucas's outline. Just a lot of those ideas was butcherized by Rian Johnson. So people say, well, the Last Jedi is well, it's the closest to what George Lucas had ideas for, you know. Yeah, and well, Rian Johnson fucked it up. He took the cliff notes and subjugated us to torture. Fucking hate that movie so much. I think I hate it more than The Rise of Skywalker. Well, you know. Darth Krayt, the final boss. Darth Krayt. I'm trying to remember Darth Krayt. Ray versus Darth Krayt. Grogu. I don't know. You're just taking out names at this point. I'm kind of lost. I think a lot of people in the chat are lost too. Krayt, Abeloth, blah. Probably after Plagueis, I'm gonna work on something Thrawn related, like a Thrawn movie. I was thinking of doing Hair of the Empire. We're gonna work on. I know Darth Angelus did his version, but I feel I could do my own version of Hair of the Empire. I mean, we have an AI film of Hair of the Empire that people clap like seals. Arf, arf, arf. Oh, it's just like an 80s anime. It's just. Oh my god, Mace Windu. Listen, I'm not gonna throw names, but I think the whole headcanon that Mace Windu survived is so it's not a good idea. But it's also an idea that's not original because someone else had an idea and then people are taking that idea and adding it to their own fan film. And I think that idea is hurting. It's just hurting the foundation of your fan film. No Mace Windu. He's dead. He's dead. Ain't nobody care about Star Wars. Talk about Spider-Man. Alright. Talk about Spider-Man. Me and Grim are working on a Spider-Man fan fiction or comic dub, not fan fiction. You know, I talked about Purist. Here you go. We are doing Ultimate Spider-Man, so I know some people don't like this comic, but we're gonna start doing more comic dubs. Woohoo! I'm directing this one with Grim. And we're gonna cast. We're gonna go around casting people and stuff, and it's gonna be awesome. So, if y'all fans of 2000 comics from the early 2000s before the Raimi films, this is the closest you're gonna get. Because he's Spider-Man. Uh, I had one point thought about doing a Spider-Man 4, but a Rami verse Spider-Man 4, but we will get back when this is when this is ready to talk release. We will talk more about this, Grim. So we gotta work on it, Grim. If you're listening to me, Grim, Grim, Grim. Hold on, I'm reading the comments right now. It's kind of just reading the comments right now. Brian Michael Bendis. Brian Michael Bendis. I think. I think. I think. Yeah. 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 We're cut. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're covering the Bendis run. I think we're gonna do it up till the We're doing the first one. Let me see. Let me bring you back. It's got you know what I like about this comic. It has a 2000s feel to it. It feels like something you would listen to, like have Linkin Park, and I love the feel of the comic. Um, like we were looking for a Spider-Man comic to do, and I had mentioned it on your stream, and I mentioned Ultimate Spider-Man. You told me about that, and but I actually started reading this one with my friend Grim. Yeah, what issues? Right now we're doing issue 1 to 7. 1 to 7, and then the next one will be the next story arc. 1 to 7 is the first story arc. But we were just looking for a comic to do. Miles Morales overrated and overdone. And then some stuff like Gwen Stacy, she died, overdone as well. And then someone mentioned, well, let's do this one. Grimm said, well, how about Ultimate Spider-Man? And I started reading this, and I thought this one was kind of cool. And then I just kept reading and reading and reading and reading and reading, and then I already had read like the first like 15 issues by then. It was like, oh man, did I just like grind through this comic book? Yes, Miles Morales. I don't mind Miles Morales. I don't mind the Spider Verse films either. By the way, Gwen Stacy, or no, 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 I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Gwen Stacy. I kind of think Gwen Stacy in the Spider Verse movies is kind of hot, especially her voice actress, Haley Steinfeld. She also voices Vi in Arcane, and she's a good actress. She's a good voice actress too. The the voice actor for Miles was upset because she got married. She actually has a life, and she's not gonna just date your co-star or marry your co-star. um, there's some interesting things about Miles Morales. Isn't bad, Purist. I think he's just overdone at this point. I mean, when he actually, I felt like the Spider Verse was like the first time they like started to have like Miles Morales, and it was interesting. It was like, all right, uh, it, I don't know if it was actually was it the PS4 game first, or was it the PS4 game uh before first? I didn't mind the PS4 game, but it had some woke shit in it that I wasn't really happy of. Like I hate when they force that stuff in. Like I don't care. Like I don't want to like play a Spider-Man shouldn't have like Spider-Man can have like its own world politics but it shouldn't feel like a it shouldn't feel like a safe space simulator. I kind of got that. It's especially bad in the second game. I refuse to play the second game. I don't mind the first game though. But with Miles Morales, I think he's just so overdone that yes, his story is like detrimental. Spider Verse, I like Spider Verse a lot, so I think that's right now for me. That's the only version of Miles Morales I give a fuck about. But yeah, I think for the most part, overdone, boring, and just the they bait and switch people with Craven's Last Hunt and shoehorn Miles Morales into it to the story. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Miles Morales. I heard there's a Mary Jane mission. Mary Jane was the worst part of the first Spider-Man game. Craven's Last Hunt. Uh, the um, I'm also they also like did a new Ultimate Spider-Man, but it's now he's a middle-aged loser Spider-Man. I don't remember if he's divorced in that new like comic book series. It's this one that came out last year. Um, that was initially the one I was reading until someone said, "No, that's not the right one. It's the one from 2000s." It's like, oh, I'm kind of tired of Tom Holland Spider Man too. Like Tom Holland has to be involved with every Spider Man. I would not. I would have minded like a Romney Spider Man 4 or Andrew Garfield, Miles Morales. Well, it's like Pierce. It's like Pierce. Like as I said, I don't mind the Spider Verse movies. I think Miles Morales is for those movies in particular. Miles Morales is perfectly fine, but then there's like other stuff they gotta bring him in, and the same with Kamala Khan. Like I hate that Kamala Khan was the main protag in the Avengers video game because that video game was just pure ass. And I mean, Kamala Khan was able to hack into Tony Stark's computer because she knew his password was "I am Iron Man." That was just bad writing across the wall. Kamala Khan. They just overdo Miles Morales, and that's why I told that's why I kind of like I told we were when we were like working on this, I was like apprehensive about working on the Miles Morales. Like, I know he's like popular right now, but he's just not. He's it's just not the thing to do. I don't want to get cookie points for some. I just don't want to do a Miles Morales thing for the sake of it. But moving on. Yeah, they want to make him that way. That's why I like I know some people have some issues with the Spider Verse movies, but I actually like what they do with that. Like, all right, well, they basically want him to be like Peter Parker, and it's like, no, you're. That's what I liked about the second Spider Verse. It's like he's not really Peter Parker, so why are they forcing him to be in that same league? And he's like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do. I'm not another Peter Parker. Falcon was the yeah. The so the whole movie lynches on the fact that he's trying to not to be Peter Parker and trying them not to kill it. Just his uncle already died, so now they're trying to have him kill his father. Um, Laura Kinney. They continue to try and make Wolverine, and she'll never be accepted as Wolverine. She's X-23, and that's it. X-23, yeah. Uh, I like X-23 and the Fox films the with Daphne Keene. Falcon was the fine character until they tried to make him into Captain America. You mean Hulkiana Jones? Yeah, Captain Falcon. I don't want to watch. I don't care. I don't care about that movie. Is he gonna lead? Is he gonna be the? Is he gonna be the? Now here's the thing: are they gonna focus on him? Is he gonna be the one leading the team in Avengers 5, the Tony Stark Doctor Doom? The problem is that Falcon's character. Yes, yes, Daniel. That's perfect. Yes, yes. I agree with you fully. That's the issue with current MCU. It's just that every movie seems to falter in writing. They try to they force character. The MCU used to be great. Every movie was a banger. You go MCU to like have a good time, a couple hours. But now it's like, well, do I really want to go see this movie? I sound like purist now. Purist, you like this impression? Well, do I want to go see this movie? Do I really want to go see Doctor Strange 2 or the or do I have to go see Brave New World, Captain Falcon? No one is going to give a shit. That's why they're bringing back the Doomsday cast or the Fox X-Men because they know people would rather go see the Fox X-Men and Robert Downey Jr. than they would see Anthony Mackie as Captain Falcon. It's the inconvenient truth. Plus, speaking of dumb shit, I saw a comment on Reddit that was like about Kelsey Grammer, and it was like, "Well, Kelsey Grammer shouldn't. I'm sad that he's coming back as Beast, cause Kelsey Grammer's politics doesn't line with the X Men, so it's kind of sad that he's coming back." Go, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Kelsey Grammer is the one of the best portrayals of Beast. I don't give a fuck about his politics. I'm glad he's coming back as Beast. That's the only thing. Even if it is, I think Beast could contribute a lot to the Avengers. Even if it is like, it's not even for nostalgia. Like Beast could be the replacement for the Hulk, who's now like kind of a manlet. I think the Hulk, Professor Hulk, whatever the hell, they butchered the Hulk. I can't believe they butchered the Hulk. You're better off, Daniel, just not watching any. There's some good. There's every now and then there's maybe a my opinion on Marvel. Here, I'm gonna bring up the Wikipedia Marvel films. I'm gonna bring up what my opinion is. All right, Endgame, I think, should have been the end of the MCU. I think it had a good ending. Obviously, they can't let it go. Let me see. Marvel Phase 4 and 5. All right. I'm trying to like find a display. I find like a. Since we're talking about Marvel, I guess I'll give my opinion uh on the trying to find the fucking trying to find the window capture. There we go. I found it. Fantastic Four. I looks. I will say, Fantastic Four has potential. All right, so I'm gonna go through this real quickly. Endgame should have been the end, but let's just go through it. WandaVision. WandaVision was okay, just mid. It has some stupid shit in it though. Falcon the Winter Soldier sucked. Uh, be better, Senator. Fuck you. Loki, I actually liked a lot. I liked Loki a lot. I like season two a lot too. Um, they're gonna tie Loki into the new Doomsday shit. I don't know. For me, this show was not that bad. What if I don't care for it? Shang Chi was okay. Again, the all these movies lately are just okay. They're not like enthralling, or they're not like fun. They're just dumb. A lot of the Shang Chi was okay, but then you had like Aquafina in there just making joke after joke, and then they brought back the Mandarin or Ben Kingsley from Iron Man 3 to make some more jokes. Everything's a joke. I like the actor who played the Bracelet Man, Tony Leung. Yeah, Tony Leung. I don't know. There's this great. I wonder if he was from this movie I watched. I'm gonna go see. Is this it? No, okay, he wasn't in it. Still, though, even though Shang Chi just reminds me of Shaolin, this is a great martial arts movie. If you guys want to spare a nice 2 hours, I think it's free on YouTube. Um, yeah, this movie rocks. So if you guys can find it, um, Shaolin 2011. Trying to, it's free somewhere. I think is it free on YouTube? Oh yeah, it's free on YouTube. Yeah, this movie rocks. Go see it, please. It's way better than Shang Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings. Uh, all right, this is the one of the worst of the Marvel. This is a movie that where the whole cast died on their way to their home planet, the Eternals. The most boring, insufferable movie I've sat through. Uh, I was like, oh well, we're not gonna interfere, but we're gonna watch and go fuck yourself, Eternals. Um, this is the bomb of the barrel when it comes to MCU because it's made by an art house director that's trying to put their own spin, and it's just I don't know, man. It's just this one sucks, and I'm glad it's kind of just being forgotten. Shang Chi should have been the old Shang Kung Fu. Oh, with David Carradine. Yeah, as I said, I wouldn't mind the down to earth like he's not the Mandarin. Like he's called the Mandarin, but he's like a terrorist obsessed with the Ten Rings, the legend, with Ben Kingsley. But he was a fake guy in Iron Man 3. They fucked that up. And the real Mandarin was the the Chinese crime boss with the 10 bracelets. I kind of thought that was a little ridiculous. Was not a fan of that. I mean, yeah, well, they had the whole Darkhold plotline. Like they're hinting to that in WandaVision, and the Eternals could have capitalized on that. But no, Eternals is like the Last Jedi, and just another art house film. Blah blah blah. Spider-Man: No Way Home. The novelty was listen. This movie's pretty. It just would have been another generic Spider-Man Tom Holland film. If it wasn't for Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they're the only things that add to this film. But this film is enjoyable. It's not like memorable. Um, I mean, you go to watch this to watch Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and William Defoe, as well as the other cast members. You don't go to see Tom Holland. That's the only reason why you're watching No Way Home. You don't give a fuck about Tom Holland. You only care about the other Spider-Man. I still think it was okay. Like I didn't care for Hawkeye, even though Haley Steinfeld's in it. Miss Marvel was insufferable. I could only last like an episode. Doctor Strange 2. Doctor Strange 2. All right. I like Doctor Strange 2 a little more than the first one. I know a lot of people are like, "What? How can you say that?" It's not it's not like the story, it's the way it's made, and that's cuz it's Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange 2. It's not it's not typical like Sam Raimi just made like he's a big fan of Doctor Strange. So I dug that what the fuck he was doing in this movie because this movie is fucking bonkers. The Multiverse of Madness. I know a lot of people were thinking they're gonna get more cameos shit with like No Way Home. I mean, we did get like the whole like part where we get to see Professor X. I mean, it was ridiculous when they brought out Patrick Stewart, and you're like, da na na na, like trying to get those cookie points for people that watched the original cartoon from the '90s. But man, this one kind of has some brutal moments, and I think it's just because of Sam Raimi. I love Sam Raimi's style. When she kills all those fucking cameo people, like just brutally, I was like, only Sam Raimi could have thought that shit up. So that's pretty much the only that I'll give that movie a pass. It wasn't great, but I was glad I watched it. All right. Oh my god, not this fucking. All right, now we're getting into the really bad. For every Doctor Strange 2, we get a Thor: Love and Thunder. Mm, all right. Wanda should have been possessed, but yeah, that would have been interesting. The Rick and Morty. Yes, yes, I agree. It's a shitty script, but it's a Sam Raimi Doctor Strange too. I can't hate it because Sam Raimi finally got to make a Doctor Strange movie, and he's a big fan of Doctor Strange. I love his direct style. He's the only one. If this was made by the first guy who did Doctor Strange, and the first movie was good, but it was paint by the numbers. Uh, uh, you know, again, there is some dumb shit in Doctor Strange too, but for all the crazy shit that Sam Raimi does, like from the script, like he makes it work. He makes it work. I give that movie a pass. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I thought I was gonna hate this movie. But no, the real shit is right here. This is the worst. This is my most hated. They turned Thor into a fucking joke. Now, Thor Ragnarok, I kind of dug. It had some jokes, but it still had that Thor feeling. Like, yeah, Thor. It was, Thor Ragnarok. But it still had like the part where it still had those moments that it was all good and fun, but it still had that moments that Thor can make a joke, but he needs to. This movie just fucking says fuck it. It's gonna be a comedy. We don't give a fuck about the source material. We don't give a fuck about the actors. We just want you to get high and laugh. This movie is so irritating. Mm. This movie makes me hate Marvel. Where Marvel is, because I don't know who like approves this shit. Like who watched the dallies of Thor: Love and Thunder and said, "Oh well, that's great." Oh, Taika Waititi. Oh, that's funny. Taika, you're doing such a great job. Oh, thank you. Gore the God Butcher is an interesting storyline. and they got a god actor in Christian Bale to play him, and they fucking waste him in this fucking joke of a movie. This movie's a fucking joke. This is the one of the worst Marvel movies I ever watched. This is the bottom of the barrel. This is the movie I fucking hate. I fucking hated every joke in this. I hated the story. I hated like Natalie Portman wasn't she wasn't like phoning it in like Thor 2, but she also wasn't you could tell she wasn't really giving a fuck. Like I wasn't really feeling like Natalie Portman had cancer for the most part. And just the jokes in this movie were irritating. Oh, and then they play Guns N' Roses. Just over and over and over and over again. And don't get me started on the goats. They treat they treat Zeus and the gods like a joke. I was expecting Christian Bale to come and kill him, but no, they all survive. The This kind of just shits on the Guardians of the Galaxy. This shits on Thor. This is pretty much a vanity project from a director who don't give a fuck. So fuck this movie. It is the bottom of the barrel. I put it beside Eternals as one of my least favorite. She Hulk too. Fuck She Hulk. That's kind of simple. She Hulk's horrible. Black Panther 2, I didn't hate, but it wasn't really deep. It was kind of just a 2 hour. It's near the 3 hour. It was a nearly 3 hour like cry sad movie that just feel bad that yes, Chadwick Boseman was a great Black Panther. There's only one T'Challa, and I think it would have been better if they just recast him. Instead, we got a 3 hour sappy like memorial tribute to T'Challa with a superhero plot somewhere. I wasn't too into it, but I don't think it was bad. It still was trying to be serious, thank God. But I think it was a little too serious. It was like I. They also the acting is in this movies was good though. Angela Bassett was wonderful. Um, but they ended up killing her off anyway, so it's like I think she was pissed though that she got killed off, especially after acting her ass off over these other actors. All right, the Marvels, shit. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, okay. Quantum Mania, oh boy. Not just really generic and bad, and just not Thor bad, but just not good either. This got a look. Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's stupid. Yeah, it's a stupid movie. Uh, it is a stupid movie. It's not as stupid as Thor 2 or Thor, not Thor 2, Thor 4, Thor Love and Blunder. Yeah, yeah. Gore should have killed more gods, man. They ruined Gore. I'm reading the Gore the God, not Butcher. What's fucked up? You get a good actor, and he's not phoning it in either. But then you have everyone else acting. I hate that movie. Why would you get Christian Bale? Why would you get Christian Bale, who's already doing a good job in the role, to not do anything? You fuck that up. You fuck it up. That's your only chance to get Christian Bale in a fucking awesome villain role. I mean, he doesn't do this superhero shit on the fly. He's one of those astound actors that if you get Christian Bale, your movie should have quality to it. But no, they fucking waste him. A better movie with Christian Bale to like spend your time. Watch Ford versus Ferrari. That movie's very good, very quality. The communism lines. Oh boy, yeah, I know. Oh, and then they allude that Bill Murray like fucked a lot of people in like his town. I don't know. It's like, ugh. Oh, and Firefly became Modoc, and Modoc is horrible. All right, let's continue on. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Here's a movie that's not bad, but it's not great either. And once again, I have issues with the quality. This is the issue with the last two. There's not solid quality. It's either good or bad, good or bad, good or bad. There's some bad parts, there's some good parts. For the most part, the stuff with Rocket Raccoon, I kind of cried because they really went in on Rocket Raccoon's backstory. And I had lost a cat when this movie came out. My cat had passed away around that time. So when I saw those animals like all in like this like they're in the torture, they're being like experimented on, I was like on the verge of tears because I was thinking of my cat and these animals and then when they all die, I think I started crying a bit because I was thinking about my cat. I'm thinking about my cat now because he passed away around this time. So you have this fucking gut. No, when all the animals, I did cry. When all the animals, when Rocket Raccoon meets also his friends in heaven, uh, I was losing it because I was thinking about my cat, and I like Rocket Raccoon looked like my cat, so I was feeling a lot of emotions from that. I'm thinking about it too. I can't like you think about those scenes. That's the only like scenes. Uh, hold on, I'm thinking about my cat now. Sometimes there's a furry friend in your life that when you lose him, you lose yourself, and I was like in that. I was that was me in that time. Other than Guardian, other than Rocket Raccoon, this movie's not that great because I hate. I'm not really a fan of. For one, I don't think Zoe Saldana should have been in this movie because she's just a bitch and she's just there. And my biggest gripe with this movie is all the characters are screaming at each other. You know, yeah, a joke. Oh, you need to scream to make a joke. What was the Golden Boy guy superhero? He's an idiot. Even though he's kind of like big. What was his Adam Warlock? Something like that. Stupid, dumb, stupid, making a joke. That's the same actor, Will Poulter. Poulter, yeah, yeah. Stupid. Uh, a lot of the jokes don't land. Chris Pratt's kind of like depressed throughout the whole movie. Um, just a lot of issues. I just think the best part of this movie was the whole part with the villain and Rocket Raccoon. That's the like that. Plus, I would say there's a lot of nice emotional moments to it. I think the emotional stuff is better than the so-called comedy that James Gunn, which is why I'm apprehensive about James Gunn directing Superman. Is all the villains gonna yell and scream at Superman? Is Superman gonna scream for a joke? I mean, I when did James Gunn think that screaming at each other is funny? Not me. Even though, yeah, it's like, yeah, but definitely the stuff with Rocket Raccoon will make you cry. Oh yeah, the part where he finds out that he was a test subject. He is a raccoon. That I think the other story in this, like everything else, I think the whole rocket was thought out by James Gunn when he started doing Guardians. So there's a lot of like insight into that. Fantastic Four not out yet. Blade never coming out. We don't need a Marshall. I like Marshall Ali, but he's close to the age of Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes still got it. We don't need another Blade. If we need another Blade, we need to do Old Man Blade. That's it. Wesley Snipes, just bring him back. There's no point in doing a reboot of Blade, a MCU version of Blade, if it's not going to be made. Oh wait, I rhymed. You don't need to make a blade if you're not gonna have it made. Wesley Snipes still got it. Deadpool and Wolverine killed any chance for this shit to come in. And Deadpool and Wolverine, I like this movie a lot. It is just like nostalgia bits and stuff, but I really just like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman just yelling at each other throughout. This is how you do yelling right, because these two just say "fuck you," no "fuck you" for the whole movie, and I just like that. The part where they like beat the shit out of each other in the SUV, it's very good. Um, Other than that, there's it's just some of the story is generic. I wasn't really a fan of the villain, Xavier's sister. Xavier has a sister apparently. Uh, and I'm just glad they brought back like X-23 and Gambit finally brought Channing Tatum. I mean, he was played a little bit as a joke, but they're serious now about bringing him as Gambit because he was supposed to play Gambit. I mean, Stan Lee was on stage with him, and he never got that because Fox fucked it up. So Channing Tate Yum finally got to play finally got to play Gambit. So I uh I liked this movie a lot. It's not like enlightening, but it kind of does feel like a nice farewell to the Fox verse or the Fox X-Men. But that doesn't matter now since they're coming back for Doomsday. So so much for being a tribute to Fox. Uh, Hulkiana Jones and the Brave New World. I haven't watched this one yet. Moon Knight, okay, wasn't too much into it. Secret Invasion sucks. Ironheart don't care for. Armor Wars don't care for either. I Am Groot. Um, yeah, I Am Groot. That's that's it. That's it. So that's my part. That's my opinions on Marvel's Phase 4 and 5. I I took some time to rip ass on all these stuff. Did I miss anything? Did I take my time enough to rip ass on these movies? TVA runs the good parts of fun rated R comic book feel, but terrible story. TVA showing a bunch of jangling keys. Yeah, but the thing is, the jingling keys. Yeah, that was part of that could be bad, but for the most part, it's just Hugh Jackman and Deadpool just like ripping on each other. Those are my favorite parts of the movie. It's Thanks for showing me what I missed. uh, I heard they retcon a couple things from Secret Invasion. So next on the agenda will be it will be Doomsday, I believe, right? Um, yeah, I'm next will be Fantastic Four. I'm not too like excited for a Fantastic Four, but it looks like it's taking a different approach, which it's not just the generic, Fantastic Four. Let's do it again. I'm apprehensive about what they do with Robert Downey Jr. Doom. Uh, we'll have to see. If they just like bring back these actors to kill them off, I'm gonna say fuck you. I'm gonna flip this. Listen, I'm tired of them bringing back characters just to kill them off. Like Doom can be powerful, but we don't need to see Professor X get killed again and again and again and again. If you're gonna bring back the Fox X Men, you better treat them with respect. Don't just kill them off. Uh, if anything, I think Doctor Doom should just kill some of the new characters, forcing like the Avengers to work with the Fox X Men. I mean, Ultimate Alliance is a very good video game. Let's do that. Come on, that's probably what I'm hoping they do. You could kill some of the Thunderbolts. Kill some of the characters no one cares about with Doctor Doom. But just don't have him kill any of the Fox X Men. I just it's tired. If you want like to kill one of the Fox X Men, you got to build them up, and their sacrifices make sense, right? Because Doctor Doom's a fucking Doctor Doom will fucking wreck these people. Um, if anything, I would say, you know, hell, I wouldn't be mind if Doctor Doom kills Captain Falcon. So, which heroes do you think will die in Avengers 5? The ones that don't add to the plot. Um, they're obviously they're not going to kill any of the cross. Here's the thing. There's Doomsday is just part one of it. Obviously, it's going to end where they're on Battle World, and basically Doom's games is about to begin. If you don't know what Secret Wars is, Secret Wars was basically like an arena type thing where different characters from different multiverse basically had to like survive in his like new in Battle World, which is what they were going to do with Kang. That was the same story with Kang, but now it's just Doctor Doom instead of Kang, uh, which I kind of like more because no one wants an abuser to be uh, a villain in your film. But what they're doing is, I know they're gonna try to get one of the Spider-Men from Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. They're gonna probably bring them back for Secret Wars. Hugh Jackman and Deadpool, they didn't announce them because they're probably being saved for the ending. They're gonna be in Secret Wars. I mean, it's gonna be pretty much a team up. Secret Wars is pretty much just fight for the fittest, and the multiverse basically, a multiverse arena. So this is just like the prelude to that. Um, I don't know if, but I don't know if you could have Secret Wars as one big movie. I feel like this would have to be a trilogy because I don't think you could just simply kill Hawkeye. Yeah, they could kill Hawkeye. He's not in the cast for the. He's not in the cast for Secret Wars or the Doomsday first though, but they're probably keeping some casting secret. All right. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I talked a pretty good bunch. We talked about James Lucino. We talked about surprisingly about Marvel. We talked about cons and stuff, and I think we had a good. I wasn't expecting the stream, but I figured I would talk. We got some new members. For the memberships that y'all. If you guys don't have a membership, please consider getting one. And then I'm gonna start doing member streams. So uh, member streams and whatnot. We need to reach a goal before we'll reach a goal, but please consider becoming a member. If not, your subscription is just enough. Uh, or your Patreon. It doesn't matter as long as you enjoy the content and you're following. It's all good with me. So, I want to thank Marvel Purist. Let me see here. Who's in the chat? Daniel, Daniel Kirkendall, Artifacts of Knowledge. By the way, if you guys not seen it, we have a new video, Tenebrous, The Tenebrous Way, based on the short story by, let's see, bring it up again. If you guys have not seen it, it's available to watch now. It's a nice DLC to the Plagueis film series, and hopefully it'll like fill the itch while waiting for episode 3. Daniel Kirkendall, Draguna, Grim Fate. Yeah, Big Ace, SWA. Uh, by the way, thank you SWA for your gifting memberships, uh, as well as Rossi. I know Rossi. Um, yeah, Rossi, AC, a Bagel, Sotico, Jacob Stafford, Victoria Sims, Sobek Kowalski, Steve Punch TV, of course, and all you guys. Well, thank you all for tuning in this morning Friday stream. I'll do. We did a podcast yesterday. I hit it because we said some racy things. I won't go into much detail about that. Uh, but we're. Oh, we did talk about the Stan Lee controversy. Uh, uh, yeah, that was real. That was another reason why I hid the. That's another reason why I hid the stream because it was really hard to watch that Stan Lee footage. Fuck those people for not helping Stan Lee. Who the fuck would let Stan Lee sleep in a back room on a scooter? How dare you treat that man with disrespect for just a fucking buck? And then you hold on to the footage for years until I can't believe some people are defending this guy too. This guy should have went hell. This guy should have went to Marvel Studios and got Kevin Feige involved or someone that could use legal custody of Stan Lee. Because this man should have not been doing these con appearances in the last years of his life. It's kind of sad. Oh, disgusting. But to wrap it up, I was just very disgusted with the whole Stan Lee shit. I wanted to like punch the people involved. Oh my god, horrible, horrible, horrible. Um, but uh, to uh, to end this up, to end this all, I want to thank all you guys um for your loving content or your following and uh once again thank y'all have a great day and hopefully I don't get like clocked for saying I want to clock someone. Clock, 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 clock. Uh, y'all have a great day. Skadoosh.